No.
Would you?
No.
Why not?
No.
Say something about the hairline. I don't care.
No.
Oh my God! Like really?
No.
Why?
I don't want to. I don't know what to say.
Say something.
I don't know what to say.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just distracting me. Sorry, I didn't realize we were live here. Welcome to another episode of It's About Time. You guys know me. I'm Jared. My colleague. I don't know where he is.
Running a little late, but I'm here.
Well, thank you for joining us.
How we doing?
I don't know. All of a sudden, I was in the middle of a conversation, and then I realized the camera was rolling. Then you jump in. I don't even know where the hell my head's at.
Oh, that's nice.
I know, right?
Well, you look sexy tonight.
I can't help it. You know, it's the black and the gold. But look at you with your tan.
And it's customary that we start off this wonderful episode with...
What's on the wrist? Well, I guess I'll show them what's on the wrist. Then should I give them the new news about my new acquisitions?
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Which I can't show you right now. But anyways, I know you guys aren't going to be able to see that, but it's my Orient Monarch Power Reserve. I don't know if, since the last episode I re-regulated it. I don't know if I mentioned this on camera. Did I?
Yes.
Okay. So anyways, I got it to within between 2 to 3 seconds a day. It's phenomenal. However, I guess I'll go with the new news before Drew shows off what's on his wrist. I have a new Zeppelin.
Grab stuff.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna get my email out just so I can tell you guys exactly which one it is. I do want to give a shout out, big shout out. Hopefully he'll watch this episode, to Mark Frankel over at Long Island Watch. I actually bought this watch from him. It's been one of my favorites. Drew knows, I will never get rid of this one. But I also got, let's see. Hold on one second. I just want to make sure I have it. Give me 1 second. Okay. So here's what I got. It was the Graf Zeppelin Nordstern automatic watch with power reserve and sapphire crystal. The model on it is 7560-1. And then I also got, this is more for my diving kind of watch, because everyone needs a dive watch. Am I right? Running around water and things. So I got an Orient Mako 2 blue dial automatic dive watch with stainless steel bracelet. I'm really during the next episode, you guys will see them. The model number on that is AA0202D. I just want to give, again, LongIslandWatch.com. Go to that website. They have phenomenal. Maybe not all the watches are Swiss made. I don't even know if any of them are Swiss made. But they make some of the coolest, best, most affordable, reliable watches that you'll ever have at really wonderful prices. You could build a collection for literally under $1,000 or even $500 if you really wanted to. Go check them out. I'm sorry, I'm talking way too much. I'm just really excited about them. Drew, what's on your list?
What's on my wrist is actually what I left off of last episode with, which was the Enocar I actually promised you. So here it is, without further ado.
But after showing them, I want to
the
take a look at
Day Enocar. This is very, like I said, this cost me about $100.
Which is very
Enocar
good.
was
Very
actually
good.
a big brand. Hold on one second. It was big for over 100 years.
They can't see it on the camera, by the way.
Well, yeah, okay.
I'm just, yeah,
Okay, now,
let me see it.
what Jared's going to like about this watch, it is a day automatic. What he's going to love about this watch is out of all the watches I have, the second hand goes perfectly right to where he likes it to go.
I was going to say the minute hand, but...
I'm sorry, the minute... No, the second hand. Look how far over it goes. See how it goes perfectly into...
Well, yeah, but you know one of the things I could see... Well, it could be done, though, because I could see the case back. This looks like it's running relatively slow per day.
Don't really know. The bad thing about Enocar is it really doesn't have hacking.
So you don't...
No.
Okay. You don't know.
See, what happened with Enocar and a lot of these other type of watches, like Fortis,
very nice,
in the 1970s. Very nice.
Nice size.
Nice size. Yeah. They do make a nice watch. These were what we like to call dollar watches back in the 1970s, which really today would be about anywhere from $50 to $100.
Yeah, I was going to say $50 or whatever it is.
They made very quality, nice quality made watches. They lasted a long time. They got wiped out, okay? They were like the dinosaurs. They got wiped out by the quartz revolution. and this is what we'll talk about in future episodes.
Well, we're going to go into a little bit tonight, too.
Right.
After we talk about watch cases for a brief
Right.
couple minutes. But, you know, one of the things I have to say, because I remember how he got me started in watches and automatics and everything was the first watch that I ever bought was the Rado Voyager.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Day.
Right.
And
Very simple.
this is like, you know, if you want to get into automatics, you want to do it cheap, you don't care that much about accuracy, but you just want to have a quality piece, you know, getting something like this
Perfect.
is really just to get started.
Yeah.
You build off of this, then maybe sell it and you get something else down it. It just keeps building into something
Perfect
big.
starter's watch.
Oh, absolutely.
It really is. It's a Swiss-made watch. You get the name.
And they're a current brand too.
Yes,
they're
they're
current
still
brand.
around, but not the Anacar that we would remember back from previous decades.
Yeah, the
Now-
vintage stuff is much nicer
now,
now.
and the current stuff is now owned by a Chinese/Hong Kong brand, which they did always do very well in Asia. So that part of their industry did buy them.
But I'm just even looking at the watch. Very, you know, it's got like that Omega
Yep.
Speedmaster bracelet on it, which is very solid
Yep, that
construction.
1980s look to it.
Stainless steel case and the band, of course. The nice the clasp on the other side, which looks like it's pretty tight and it's
It
not.
does have.
I mean, that's not
adjustable
coming off.
ones. Yep. And what's nice about these suckers,
Yeah.
especially in the 1970s, they did this
That's
a lot. Adjustable bands, so you could just
Oh,
easily.
wait a minute! Those things are so cool. I have one of those too. But then you know the other cool thing? It's the oh, look at that.
Yep.
Love
yeah.
those things, right?
Would
Love
be a
those
little bit
things.
more expensive, but this
I'm
again,
just saying in general.
perfect beginner's watch if you
Yeah.
want to get into Swiss made, especially if you like vintage watches.
Anacar, ENICAR.
Right, great brand.
Check them out.
Definitely, they're in vintage stuff to do that with. Now the question is, when you have more than one watch, what do you do with them, Jared?
What do I do with them? Wow. I sleep with them under my pillow.
Well, that's usually what most people do. But after 2 months, we've finally gotten to this episode, which I've promised Ashley for quite some time now.
Yes, no, I know.
It
We've been
is
talking about
watch, boxes, and storage.
Mhm.
And this is what we're going to touch on tonight. Basically, watch boxes and storage.
And you know what the best news about those things are? You don't just store watches in them. You could store other jewelry. I'm just giving a little preemptive strike into
That
it.
is true. Most
But,
watch
yeah.
boxes look like this. You see these a lot online.
Yeah, it's usually like a 10 case holder, 5 case holder.
There's 2, 4, 8, 16, 24,
No,
32. Usually
They
they
also
run,
have 3 also.
They have a 3.
They have
I
a
do have a 3 as well. They usually run by lots of 4 and 8.
Does this one have a lock and key for it? It looks like it does, right?
Yes, some do have lock and key, some don't. They usually have a glass frame.
Yeah,
okay?
it's like on the back of an automatic watch, the sapphire crystal for an exhibition case back, just like that for this.
It's exactly what it is, okay? And basically, it's meant to do one of two things. Number one, if you have multiple watches, to keep them all together. Number two, it's meant more as a dress a piece in terms of it's a showpiece.
Mhm.
People come in the room, they look at your watch collection. It's a way to show off your watch.
Oh, looky here.
And they do have little pillows that you can put the watch around.
Yeah, they call those presentation pillows. by the
That's
way.
right. The presentation pillows do come with these type of boxes. You can
Mhm.
get them on eBay anywhere between $50 to $100, depending on how big you
And
want.
they could go
the
up to
box.
thousands if you
Right.
want to.
People have two options. They can usually get one of these presentation boxes, or they usually just take the box that the watch comes in, and they store
Well,
it in that.
One of the things I would just talk about briefly, and I'm going to have Drew continue on the topic of the watch box, is that let's say you do get, whether it's vintage or new, and it comes with the watch, the boxes, papers, hang tags. I think you and I both agree, you know, a lot of people tend to lose them or just be like, oh, I don't care, whatever. It's, you know, save everything because it adds to the value of the watch, it adds to the presentation of the watch, it helps to also preserve the watch.
You couldn't be more right.
It's like saying, like, I'm going to throw out the watch, I don't need it anymore. Why would you do that?
It's like not having the Carfax report
Right.
when you buy a car.
Yeah, like just losing the paperwork. Oh, I don't
know
so
where I
how
got
do
it
you,
from.
How, so
How
how
do you know the
transfer
watch
the
isn't
watch? Yeah.
stolen? I mean,
Well, how do you know that's authentic?
right? How do you
I
know
mean, you don't know.
it's not stolen? You know, so this provides proof of purchase. It provides a complete bill of sale, which always puts a consumer's mind at ease when they're buying watches. So that is a very good point. Keep everything with your box, whatever you do decide to show them in, because you can buy travel boxes as well. Jared mentioned there are
I was gonna
three.
say I bought him a nice one for it was your birthday, right?
Right, and
Whatever
they
it was,
do-
and he brings it with him everywhere
Right,
he goes.
so I have they do one of two things. They
I'm
either
actually gonna
snap-
need to get one for myself now because I'm gonna have 4.
You're gonna have
again.
enough now.
I'm gonna have 4 again. So
I may get him one.
I went from 1 to 4.
So yeah, and usually when they're travel boxes, travel compartments for these watches, they either zip up or they snap. So the boxes, you can buy one of two types. I know I have a cylinder that actually holds 3 and it snaps together because you want to put it in your travel luggage. You don't want it to be so conspicuous.
Yeah,
if
you
someone
want it to
went
be
through your
small.
luggage. You don't want people to really
Oh, because
notice.
by the way, they do put these things through X-ray scanners and they see what's in the bags. And once in a while, like I mean, me personally, I would probably maybe I was gonna say put it through my carry-on, but then the problem is that's going through the X-ray machine. If it's an automatic watch, then
Yes.
we got a problem. So sometimes you got to be careful with the watches that you travel with. I mean, I remember last time he made a comment. We were down at Atlantic City at the Water Club. He goes, "You really bought the watch boxes too and everything?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he did.
I did. It's true.
He did. It took up a lot of room in this.
I took up all the room.
He didn't have any room for cologne or aftershave or deodorant for that matter.
I was a little
But-
embarrassed, but it was funny.
Yeah, but we wanted to touch on the watch watches because it is an important part of your overall package and the different options that you do have out there.
Listen,
you can get them anywhere.
Take care of your equipment, and your equippment's going to take care of you.
That's right. It's no different with golf clubs. You need a bag, you need a watch box for a watch.
No, screw that. Just carry your irons. Could you imagine that, by the way? Imagine if you didn't have a bag for that stuff. It's like the same concept.
That's true.
What the hell would you do with everything?
That's true. And it all depends on how many watches you have. If you have 10 watches, it's a good thing to get a watch box. If you have 2, you probably don't need one. So, I mean, it all depends how big your collection is to begin with. But that was just a little touch on watch boxes. And the other thing we want to segue into, we mentioned Enicar before, back in the 1970s, and how a lot of these types of brands that we do find and we bring to you per episode.
Well, by the way, we do a lot of research. Like I was talking about, and we're going to talk about this during the next episode, and we're just touching on it now. A new revolutionary watch that I just read. Like him and I read watch news like all day, every day. It's like what people do on Facebook and Twitter. We do with our watch news and things. But I guess I'll segue into the next episode, and then you could also have a segue in. Is that Zenith? I just read today is coming out, and I showed Drew with a revolutionary new kind of movement that is supposed to be accurate to 1 second a day. Has no balance wheel, no balance sprint. Like literally eliminates half the parts of an automatic movement, which I don't get personally. I'm going to find out more about how it works. But it also has no friction and requires no oiling, which I've never heard of before. Have you?
Totally revolutionary.
We're going to find out more, but all this stuff is the segue into the new... But the question is, and I'll leave everyone with this, is it going to be affordable?
That's what changes the watch industry, affordability. The quartz crisis was caused because quartz was made affordable and it was made with no flaws. That's what really turned the watch industry on its head. We're going to have a whole episode on the quartz.
Yeah, the next episode is going to be maybe a little longer, but it's going to be so good.
It's very interesting.
So good.
You won't know because I didn't even know this till recently. Rolex wasn't Rolex until the quartz revolution. And people are like, what? And it's true. Rolex didn't become the Rolex you know today until the quartz revolution. And what caused it to do so? Because in life and in business, you either grow or you die.
So Rolex started with the quartz revolution?
No, well, Rolex that we know today started with the quartz revolution.
Really?
Absolutely.
Huh.
Previous to this,
That's interesting.
it wasn't that much different than Enicar.
And if you want to hear something even crazier, I'm going to blow your mind with this. The fastest plane ever created was in the 1950s, and the Bulova Accutron Astronaut was the watch that was pioneered for that particular plane. No other watch could withstand the heat that emitted while in the cabin with the pilots at 140 degrees. Every other automatic and quartz watch failed. Crazy
Crazy
stuff.
shit.
We read this watch news. He reads stuff. I do. We blow each of our minds. It's crazy.
It really is.
It's disgusting.
But thank you everybody again for watching another episode. You
guys bear with us. I can't even bear with us half the time. But don't forget, guys, like, subscribe. During July 4th, by the way, coming up in another couple weeks, we are going to be doing the Q&A in multiple days possibly.
It out, baby.
Every day we're doing a different episode. We're not going to upload them like maybe right then and there. I'm going to try to bring my computer down. We should have some Wi-Fi. But we're doing an episode a day down there. But again, like, subscribe, send us questions. I don't care what you do. Tell us how much you fucking hate us. I mean, fine. It's cool. I wouldn't be offended. Would you? I wouldn't.
A little bit.
Well, he would. I wouldn't. I get it. But I still love all you guys. Oh, yeah. I guess big shout out, by the way. Big week. My hockey team is playing. I'm just off topic a little bit. We're playing the championship. Hopefully, playing for the championship on Thursday. I'm really excited. So shout out to my hockey team. I know that has nothing to do with anything. Do you want to give, I don't know, give a shout out to your softball team?
That's nice. We're 0-6 going for 0-7. But thank you for bringing that into the spotlight.
I thought you were doing really good with your other team.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the one I'm playing with this week. So, I mean, but...
Congrats.
We're...
Listen, at least you guys are consistent.
Hey, if we switch that around, we're undefeated. So, just a little thought. But outside of that,
all right. So our next episode, we're going to be going into like the court stuff a little bit,
and right before the Q&A episode.
Maybe even into the.
That's it, guys. There's one episode left until the Q&A blowout on the 4th of July. Okay?
I know, but it's going to be a multiple.
We're gonna. Oh yeah.
It's like we're talking about like multiple orgasms here. That's how good it's going to be.
We're going to have phone orgasms. We're going to have email orgasms.
We're
going to have people that we actually pull off the beach orgasms.
There will be cum all over the place.
It's a lot of semen going around on this.
Oh, we're going to be at the beach. How perfect is that going to be? We'll meet them and say hi.
Ships ahoy, big boy. We'll see you next time on another episode of It's About Time.
We're in a pro.